If you don't realize, about a month ago, we celebrated our 10-year birthday as a church. And as we gathered together for one gathering, we made kind of an announcement as a church that we were going to be planting a new church in Bellevue at the turn of the year. And one of the highlights for me this year was the response that came from you upon that announcement. Right, like we made an announcement that we were going to be in the same city sending over 100 people and some of our key leaders to go start a new church. And do you remember how you responded? It was unprompted applause. Unprompted applause, which for you guys is a tremendous expression of emotion. All right? So that's something significant. It shows that this idea of making disciples and planting churches really is starting to kind of create the fabric of this community. Which is why I'm so excited to announce today that the elders have unanimously decided and are excited about the reality that as we make the turn into next year, we're not only going to be investing in planting one church, we're actually going to be planting two churches. All right? All the questions, who, what, when, where, why, how, all right? Here's what we're doing. We're going to be partnering with Promised Land Ministries and a church in the Dominican Republic that we have a picture of. We've got a picture of the two leaders in the church building, Fuente de Amor, right? That's Pastor Juan and Pastor Joel. We're going to be partnering with them to see a new church planted, right, in the village of Lambadero in the Dominican Republic. We're going to start a commitment, a partnership with them that's going to last the next 3 to 5 years. And our longing as a church is to partner with this local church on the ground in the Dominican Republic to see a self-sustaining church formed that not only reaches the community of Lambadero, but also that reaches surrounding communities in that area with the gospel of Jesus Christ, which is exciting, and it's something we've been praying for and very much looking forward to. I want to share with you 3 commitments that we're making as a church in this partnership so that you guys begin to sense and feel this is not something that just some of us are doing over here. This is something we are doing as a church. Okay, commitment number 1 is a commitment to prayer. We have committed that we will pray daily for this ministry and for those who are on the ground and for the village of Lambadero to be praying daily, providing prayer covering and support for those who are seeking to see this church get planted. So that's number 1. Number 2, on-the-ground partnership. We are excited that over the course of the next few years, at least once a year, we're going to be taking people from Coram and putting feet on the ground in the Dominican Republic for the sole purpose of supporting, engaging with, and serving alongside the local church in that area in whatever aspect of ministry they're doing at that time towards church planting. That could mean year 1 we go down and we just spend a lot of time praying. A lot of time just walking the streets praying and getting to know people. That may mean a few years from now we're there helping to make disciples and lead summer VBS programs and things like that. Whatever they need, we want to step in and help support. And the third commitment that we're making as a church is financial. Many of you may not realize this, but 10% of the money that comes into Coram Deo we set aside for the work of church planting. And a good portion of that money we set aside for the work of international church planting. So we're going to be funding a lot of what's going to be happening on the ground in the Dominican Republic so that Pastor Juan and Pastor Joel and their ministry team can get into Lambadero to do ministry at least 2 days a week for the next 3 to 5 years. Okay? This is what we're doing as a church. This is what we are made for. This is what we exist for, is the work of making disciples and planting churches. And when you study the way that Jesus talks about his commission to the church, it's never just for your own city. It's never just for your own region. It always extends out to the ends of the earth and to the nations. So we're excited to be able to partner to see this work happen in the Dominican Republic. There's many of you. Here's our hope and prayer. There are some of you in this room, there are people in the 9 o'clock room who really feel a sense of being provoked, to really want to dive in and be a part and take maybe some deeper ownership and deeper responsibility in this partnership. Okay? There's some of you who maybe the Lord's just going to just call you to go in to serve and be a part of a short-term missions team as we go down there each year. For those of you who feel provoked, and for many of you who just want to learn more, we are going to have a kind of a vision and prayer night 2 Sundays from now on October 11th. There'll be more information coming out on the city and in our monthly emails that we send out as a church. So go ahead and look for that. We'll want to gather RSVPs because there will be some authentic Dominican Republic food served at this vision night. Yes, that's a plug. You should be there. It's going to be amazing. right? But pay attention, information's coming. And for those of you who are newer and are not on the city, you don't know what the city is, or you don't receive our monthly emails, those are two primary ways we communicate to the church. I want to invite you to go see my friend Jen and some of the others who are serving alongside her out at the connection desk after this service, and give us your email. Help us help you get connected in a more meaningful way to the life of our church.